Welcome, Raider Nation. This is your host, Raider Lee. We are back for another segment. Listen, guys, preseason has started. Yes, preseason has started. We've started our first game today versus the Vikings. Now, inevitably, we have lost our first preseason game, but there are some P's and Q's that we need to talk about here. First of all, guys, defense didn't look up to the highest standard I thought it would look like, but it was a decent defense today. We've seen a little highlight out of our quarterbacks. Menchu did a great job today, guys. Menchu did a great job. Now, our third and fourth string quarterbacks, that's when we struggled a little bit. I'm going to tell you this right now. Anthony Brown Jr., that quarterback, did not do very well at all. Anthony Brown Jr. did not do a great job today for us. I was really disappointed in his performance today. I think that he needs more developing. We're going to see in the next preseason games, and they have to let him throw. Someone needs to tell him that he needs to throw the ball and stop sitting around passing the ball to halfbacks and running, because that seems to be the main objective in his mindset, is to run when the trouble comes. We haven't seen anything out of him. Now, Menchu came in there like a freaking pro. Menchu looked good. He looks comfortable. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Now, I'm going to say this receiver, Tucker, that is our fast guy we used to use for special teams or when we really needed a touchdown really fast. We'll let him go way out deep, which was like once in a while, or we do like a reverse. But today, he actually got a chance to get into a role where he was needed more, and he was super effective. The man has great hands, let alone speed. He has great hands, and I think he's going to be a valuable, when I say valuable, a valuable receiver coming into the season when we let the pressure relief from our main starters. Now, I think they should really need to consider making him a third. You are. Tucker has shown great, even though it's just the first game, but he's shown that he has the ability to go out there and get the ball. As far as the defense go, the defense was mediocre to me. They weren't at the high expectations yet, but we'd have to see a little bit more. But that inside pressure that I was talking about in the last segment, it wasn't there. So hopefully they'll make some adjustments and try to see what's going on. I seen Butler started today. Butler came into the middle. He was moving around. He had that energy burst like he usually has. Crosby was out there, and a couple of guys was out there, but they weren't playing like it's time to play. But seen Jenkins. Jenkins was out there doing his thing. The linebackers were okay. They weren't bad. They were doing pretty good today. And Jack did a great job. He had an interception today. Jack's going to play. Like I said, guys, Jack Jones is the man and the cornerback right now. So we're going to see what happens with him. But besides that, we took the L versus the Vikings. We played to win the first half. But then the second half of the game, other quarterbacks started coming in. We started removing our starters. Third and fourth string quarterbacks came in and absolutely did nothing. Our running game was efficient. I give it up to the running game. The running backs were doing pretty much of a good job today. Time of possession was good. We had the ball between 35 minutes. The Vikings had 25 minutes. We had 16 first downs. They had 18. We did good there. But our total yards didn't really match up to the Vikings. The Vikings had 452 yards total. We only had 308, meaning when it came to our passing, we did okay in certain spurts and we busted out and, did good things. We did like 188 yards for our passing, but, the Vikings, they ultimately came out with more passing yards because they did like a 310 yards. Our rushing was fairly the same because we were rushing about 120 yards and they were doing like 142. So, penalties was kind of basically okay. We had a couple we shouldn't have did, but besides that, we had about 6 penalties. They had about 4. Now, our return yards, that's what we did good at. We had a total return yards, 157 yards versus they had 99, but we did pretty good on our return yards. Our yards per play was really bad because we were like running the ball more so. So we was like at probably like 4.7 versus their 7.2. So this is something that we definitely need to go back and take a look at. And I'm quite sure that our staff is going to do a great job at analyzing and seeing what's going on and make some adjustments going forward to the next preseason game. But I look forward to Raider Nation. Besides that, you guys have a great day. And Raider Nation, just win, baby. That's what we do.